So this was supposed to be a Poppy Playtime Forever gameplay video, but that game is the personification of boredom. So I'm just going to play a couple clips of it here, and then we'll get to what you're here for. Okay. And just like that, all hope is lost. Oh,
It's time to game.
there's no way. There's no way they just copied the project shop. There is absolutely no shot. Killy Willy's just here. Killy Willy's just here like it's no one's business. He's just here. Oh, whoa. Who is this baddie? Where are my frames so I can view her?
Oh,
Ew,
sorry.
ew, 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 ew. I do not like how you look.
Not one bit.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal of.
Where are you? Ew, ew, ew.
The money go at Allo, smoking on gelato, foreign car swerving Tahoe, bad bitch she from Chicago.
What did they do to Kissy? What did
Turn
they
around,
do to what?
Get the footage and get out. This place gives me the creeps. This is my place. Take a grab pack. Ew, 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 ew,
Oh,
ew.
oh. Look at him.
need to find-
I never want to be this close to Bronze Head ever again. I
It's
gotta give it to Mob Entertainment for always staying relevant somehow. They always find a way to stay relevant, from NFTs to Roblox games.
There's
No!
a giant.
Oh, you really should have came up here with me. There's a lot of horrors that await us. Look at how slow he's. Why is it playing the Mommy Longlegs music?
He is running very slowly.
Yeah, he's not a threat at all. Can we move along? Oh, he actually killed someone. Open the gate! Open the gate! Run!
Oh, what is?
Okay, that last part was kind of hype. Security? Did they just confirm the Huggy security?
I'm over here stroking my dick.
Are you serious? We have to pay Robux for the good-looking grab pack? Hold on. Now that I have your attention. Assuming you're coming from the catnap idea video, I have a question for you. Why is the most replayed part the part where I go on a date with my wife? Huh? What's up with that? She's my wife. Oh. I should get to the videos. Someone's waiting on me. Now with Miss Delight, there are some... Yes, I'm using Poppy Playtime Forever as a background gameplay. Is there a problem? That's what I thought. Now that I'm finally done stalling, let's talk about Miss Delight. Out of every other character in Chapter 3 besides Catnap, it's gotta be Miss Delight. But I wouldn't blame them for not doing her because it does mess with the canon a little bit. Because Project Playtime is a prequel, Miss Delight needs to have a normal looking face, and then they can make her Breaking Bad looking ass face cheaper than usual skin, or they can just slap it into the toy box. Because this is pre her attack on the other teachers where she actually got this damage. Same case with her weapon, but in which she made to kill her sisters to eat them. You are not Picky Piggy. You do not have Riz like Picky Piggy.
Hey, what do you say you and I be friends?
But there's also another easy workaround to this. We could just say that she made Barb, or Barbara, because that's what this psychopath named her weapon. We could just say that Barb was crafted for the Hour of Joy, which is sucky for them, but it allows us to play with the Miss Delight that we see in Chapter 3. So yes, there's canonicity problems, but there's very easy workarounds, unlike someone.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
Her movement really makes her ass stand out. I mean, her movement will be unique. But before we get into that bombshell of a conversation, Miss Delight would be the second shortest character right next to PJ, meaning the same treatment I gave PJ, I'm going to give to Miss Delight, where the vents and low-hanging areas don't affect her. She can just walk right through them at regular speed. You understand? No, you don't. I'm going to let 4-month-ago me explain it to you. It's just like Survivors, PJ does not need to crouch down in low areas, like doors, vents, low conveyor belts. When every other monster would need to crouch down, slowing down the chase, PJ will stay at the same speed, meaning survivors might want to avoid low-hanging areas or else it could be their death. I feel like there are some areas in Project Playtime where Miss Delight would have to actually crouch down, and in that case so be it, but let her crouch speed be a little boosted than your average giant monster crouching under a pipe. But those are only in very specific areas. If you really want to slow Miss Delight down, just look at her. Now, before I made the catnap video and completely changed my mind, I was heavily against a Weeping Angel type character being playable in Project Playtime, almost as much as I am against PJ's entrance to Project just being his mechanic in Chapter 2 where you have to stop moving. If they do that, PJ will be my least favorite character in the entire franchise, and I've expressed it before. I'm gonna have PJ play exactly how he does in his first appearance. When the lights are on, the survivors can move. When the lights are off, the survivors can't move, and if they do, PJ will get a huge speed and damage boost. I'm kidding, but if they actually do that, I'm
Pulling up to Mob Games HQ.
You said it, buddy. But unlike PJ, Miss Delight has a very unique reason for why she acts like this in Chapter 3. Rather than PJ just playing a game that, quite frankly, he wouldn't be playing in Project Playtime. He wouldn't be messing around. He's gonna dart after you. Not doing this fucking red light, green light bullshit. Referring back to these papers that are lying around in Miss Delight's classrooms, which is where I got my information about Barbara and her eating the other teachers, which as much as I want to show proof of these papers revealing that, I can't find it for the life of me. Like, I got this screenshot from Matt Pat on GT Live, and I swore he read the note, but I just can't find it. And I'm not searching. But, hey, you play the game, find these notes, everything I'm saying is true. I would do it myself, but I'm a pussy. I'm not touching this game. Moving on, though, throughout the course of finding these notes and reading them whilst you find them throughout the classrooms, you watch Miss Delight slowly get hungrier and hungrier because they're out of bodies after the hour of joy, yada yada. Now, I don't know if her weapon was made at this time, but apparently something was talking to her. Either the weapon or just, I don't know, some devil on her right shoulder. Made her come up with the idea to eat the other teachers, as I've said before. Why not something bigger? There's like 1,000 teachers. You guys can make weapons just like
Barbara?
and jump the other monsters for a big old Thanksgiving feast. These teachers could have been the queens of Playtime Co. But no, Miss Delight, or whoever the hell was talking to her, had other ideas. And that other idea consisted of Miss Delight stealthily taking out each teacher one by one so she could have some good grub. Now, Miss Delight was either so smart to find out or so stupid to make this up, but she wrote on the paper that the other teachers couldn't see her when she was standing still. God knows if it's truth or not, but it worked because, hey, she's the last teacher standing. And I find that amazing. Instead of her just being shy like a damn SCP, or it not being explained at all like the goddamn Coilhead and Lethal Company, or maybe it is explained. No one's reading what's on that goddamn computer. Oh! Go away! I'm stuck! Stop her! I like that Miss Delight has an actual reason to be a Weeping Angel type character. And that really helps her gameplay that we're about to get to, because it allows her to keep the Weeping Angel type gameplay, but because she's not locked to standing still, but she just thinks she has to do it, we could still let her move when someone's looking at her, because it's just her beliefs. She's not soft locked to stand still. Finally getting to the whole point of this very large segment, Miss Delight will be the fastest character in the game. However, obviously when you look at her, she slows down by a decent enough margin for her to not be as much as a threat as she was when you weren't looking at her, pretty much forcing you to look at her mid-chase, just like the actual game. The more people that look at her, the slower she gets, and if you have a full team of 6 looking at her, she just completely stops. I would elaborate and try to get a close resemblance of what I want the speed to look like, yada yada, but that's the thing with Miss Delight's abilities here. She's unique with her whole speed and looking at her to slow her down mechanic, but besides that, I want her to be a pretty basic character, which is why I had to yap about her lore for half the video. It just wouldn't be long enough. If I cut straight to the mechanics, this video would be 5 minutes max. That was my biggest worry making this. So now that we have the basic movement down, we are about to blitz through her 2 abilities. Miss Delight's first ability will be perfectly tied in with her movement. It will be a charge attack. Relax, relax, I'm not copying Huggy. But when it comes to a character with as little screen time as this, I have to make with what I can get, and what I got was this. This ability would be your right mouse attack, and holding down the right mouse attack would allow her to do a little lunge, where she runs a lot quicker than usual, ignores all the looking at her, slowing down status effect things, and just does a quick dart to wham the survivors in the head. I originally was going to go for a full-on charge, but as I've once said in the past, for the sake of not copying Huggy, I tried to do something a little bit different. And this close range lunge would keep players on their toes, and I think it would be really fun to play with and against. It also gives Mr. Light a chance when she's being soft locked by 6 players looking at her to get a good Grammy kill. There would be a cooldown, not too long, because I feel like she's going to need this ability to get kills with the whole looking at her to slow her down thing. But if the cooldown is a little excessive, we could say that when she's standing still, the ability actually recharges faster. So players are really on edge when they're soft locking her to do a puzzle. When it comes to damage, I think it should do probably a little more than her basic attack. I didn't give her a basic attack.
You stupid.
I want to take this time to apologize for how messy this video is. It's not my first time fucking up the segments and everything. The last chapter of the PJ video was literally cut because I accidentally put it at the very start, so I'm no stranger to this, but I don't know. Something just feels off about this video. But I also said that about my most popular video on the channel, so just let me shut the fuck up and let y'all cook with the views. Mr. Light's primary attack would be a slow swinging attack. The slowest attack in the game, but it would do the most damage out of all the attacks in the game. However, the specialists aren't the only things being whacked by Barbara in Project Playtime.
She is such a bad bitch, though.
Mr. Light's second ability will be all about exactly how we met her. She will be able to whack the puzzle pillars with Barbara to try to delay the specialist's progress. She can only hit one puzzle pillar at a time, which will deactivate it and make it inaccessible for use. If it's already done and there's a toy part already out, obviously it won't do anything. If you break a different puzzle pillar, then the last puzzle pillar you broke will reactivate. Or maybe since there's so many puzzle pillars, maybe I'll let you break 2, but no more than 1 or 2 or else it gets overpowered. I was never supposed to make this video. Mr. Light was going to be a challenge, and I knew it. It ended up being easier the more I thought about it, but I really had to use every little thing she did and said in the games and try to fit it into a moveset. I did, and I made a character that's whole gimmick is about delaying the specialists, keeping them on their toes, and making their job as hellish as possible. They will always be distracted whether they're looking at you or realizing that the puzzle pillar they're doing just broke down and they have to go find a new one. And with that, I am finally free. I have made all the people in my comment section happy, and I can now rest.
I'm on my own, so to me nicely. Cut in off his hands cause he was typing. In my neck is where the ice be. Buy you what you want, I don't care if it was pricey. I'm married with I flown, selling trends, that's where the hype be. Spending on my bands, that's the reason she don't like me. Damn,